I'm kind of a big deal. This is my second time filming this. The first time I filmed this video last Friday, today's Friday, it was not focused. It was focused on the things behind me, but not me. How messy does it look back there? It's got some shoes, it's where we hang our keys. Marilyn, Audrey's over here. What is this video about, you might be asking yourselves? Well, this video is about my 30-day gluten-free challenge that I completed last Friday. I went 30 days gluten-free in the month of like June / it ended in July. And I had done 30 days gluten-free to the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge means that I asked restaurants, I read labels on boxes, I checked with my friends that were making things, I checked with my family if they were making dinner. I consciously made an effort to not eat gluten. I asked at a couple different places if their fryers were dedicated fryers, if they had dedicated fryers for their french fries, meaning that they were not fried in the same fryer as like onion rings or other things covered in flour. Chicken fingers. Note to point out, if you're in Toronto, the Sky Dome has dedicated fryers, at least at the one I went to. Also, I found out through their text help that if you go to the Muddy Market, they have gluten-free buns and more gluten-free options that you just have to ask for. So we found that out after I brought celery. Although I didn't keep my celery, I gave it to a homeless man because I didn't want to take it home. He was very happy to get a bag of celery. I mean, it's not fulfilling at all, but I just didn't want it. There was no happy, like, good, supportive Erika helping out the poor. It was, I don't want to carry these home. Though once I gave homeless man cheese pizza, it was not gluten-free, it was normal pizza. I wasn't eating it, I was just carting it around for people. Anyways, let's get back to the fact that I did 30 days gluten-free. I didn't eat bread. I had them hold the croutons in my salad. I didn't get home fries at my favorite diner because the home fries are not gluten-free. But it was really helpful to tell the waitstaff that I couldn't have anything with flour or gluten in it. And they were very helpful in trying to find a meal that I could eat. We went to a steak restaurant for my birthday at the beginning of my 30 days. It is my favorite place that has garlic cheese bread. My sister ordered the garlic cheese bread because she loves it too. I had to sit there and watch her eat it. The waiter knew it was my birthday and he wanted to bring me cake. I was like, I will totally eat dessert whether I'm full or not, just can't have gluten. And he was like, no problem. And he brought me the cheesecake. Did he bring me the cheesecake? No, he didn't bring me the cheesecake because cheesecake has gluten on the bottom. He brought me the creme brulee. The Sunday after I finished 30 days gluten-free, I did have a bagel from a drive-thru place while we were picking up coffee and that, because we were leaving a small town to go to another small town, and it was after 12, so I couldn't get their breakfast option, which would have been like eggs and a sausage patty because they're gluten-free. I ended up having to get a bagel, which was fine. I had done my 30 days straight. I'm still gluten-free, but I allowed myself to eat that bagel because I needed food. I needed something in my system. I was so hungry. Since Sunday, I have not had any gluten at all. Gluten-free still. It's actually gotten a lot easier once you know, especially like I eat out for lunch a lot. I don't take a lot of my lunches to work. Once you know where you can get a lunch option, it makes it a lot easier to figure out lunch because A, I have limited places, and B, now I know where I can eat and who has food that I can eat, and so I eat that food. It's hard when you want Subway. And Subway does not have gluten-free bread. You can bring your own and they'll make you a sub. No. Only if I get a discount. I definitely do feel better, I think. How do I know? I don't remember how I felt 30 days ago. I don't remember how I felt last week. What did I find helpful? Asking waitstaff. A lot of the times the waitstaff don't know, they check with the kitchen staff. That was perfect. I got a poutine at one place and they weren't sure if the gravy was gluten-free, so they checked and they had a gluten-free menu. They had like a menu that was gluten-free and it said gravy on it. And so I got the poutine. Going online and checking websites before we left, for the other small town we went to and stopped for the bagel, I did check on my phone to see what options they had in the restaurant that were gluten-free, because a lot of places online, especially if they're chained restaurants, have their menu online and their nutritional information online, so you can look at it and see what you can eat. And like, go in with a general idea of what you possibly can have, but if you want something else, ask about it. Just checking ahead of time, asking the wait staff. Bring your own food if you need. I went to a barbecue, I brought my own hamburger buns. Know the situation you're going into and adapt to it. Try and make things work. And I really don't, like, this video has no point to it. I'm not teaching you anything except other than telling you I did 30 days gluten-free. Life's hard. Figuring out the food you can eat just makes things harder. Again, this video has no nutritional value. I don't know what you're learning. I had gluten-free pasta for lunch the other day and it cost me $2 extra. Eating gluten-free is sad and expensive because you can't eat the fluffy white bread that's delicious or a lot of cereals that are delicious, and then you just gotta pay extra every time you go somewhere. If you found any information from this video entertaining or knowledgeable, please give this video a thumbs up. As well, if you have any comments about eating gluten-free or like where I can get really good gluten-free food for lunch, you can comment that. Okay, I'm gonna go get a coffee and not a muffin. I'm gonna look at the muffins, but I'm not gonna get a muffin. I really miss muffins.